We'll start with Michael Lev.
Kevin, the biggest key to the game was probably you guys getting inside the 5-yard line a couple times and not being able to score. What did you see in those two sequences?
Well, I mean, we were able to run it in between in the middle of the field and bring it off our own, really with long fields. And, I gotta look at it, but, we got some zero and coverage and blitz that we didn't handle, and some run through things on defense that they brought a lot of pressure and we didn't handle it. We didn't pick it up, and obviously we didn't make plays down there. We got an interception going in, I think the other thing too, Mike, is we only had, I think, 6 points off the turnovers, right?
I think it was 3 points.
Yeah. Well, those are wasted opportunities. And, that in a game like that, any game, it's that when you have those opportunities, particularly in the red zone or the tight zone, you got to come away with touchdowns instead of field goals, and we didn't.
What were you guys tried to do game plan wise to make things easy or on Will, or get him into a groove?
Well, we switched up the lineup and the offensive line to try to give us a better chance. And then some of the things that we did in the run game were good. He ran it himself sometimes, on some read plays and some quarterback draw situations to kind of help him and give him some short game, quick throws, which, he utilized, early in the game. So a lot of things that, that we've done without going into it specifically, or to get the ball out of his hands and being able to run the ball. And, we ran it effectively in the middle of the field, but not effectively in the red zone.
And finally, there was a sequence of, I think it was 4 times in 5 possessions, they got a sack on 3rd down. Was that mostly blitz package type stuff were they bringing extra people?
Yeah,
in those situations?
They brought extra people. We went to the screen a couple times that worked. They screened us too for a big one. So, obviously, us being able to be able to run the ball was big with a young quarterback. But at a certain point, when you get down there and they start bringing pressure, we got to be able to make plays. We got to pick it up. We also got to be able to punch it in, and we didn't do that.
Next question, Justin Spears.
Gary and Michael had a pretty good game. Would you say this was probably the best performance they've had all season?
I don't know what about 120 apiece, right? Something like that. So that was, part of the game plan was to get those guys going. They've shown that they've been able to do it. So yeah, I thought they both ran hard. They ran well.
Next question, Alec White.
Gary was saying that it was announced on Monday that Will was going to be the starting quarterback for the week, and Grant was going to be out. What did you see from Will in practice, and did you have a confidence in him that he was going to put together a good game?
Yes, we did.
Do you think he executed the game plan that you guys put in front?
With me before, whenever you lose, it's there's always things you can do better. And for a guy who, really his first start, and he only missed one play last week. So, there's 10 other guys on the field too. And, with a young guy like that, as you said, the game plan, we had to take some pressure off of him by running the ball. But in those 3rd down situations, we were 3 of 14. And that's not good enough. And that's not all on the quarterback.
Right. And then you guys forced 3 turnovers defensively. Anthony Pandy had 2 interceptions. Is he a guy, Anthony Pandy, that can continue to be the anchor of a defense like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, he's gotten better the last 2 weeks. The week before, I said he was he didn't practice until Thursday. So, obviously last couple of weeks of practice have helped him, and he's got to be that kind of player for us.
Next question, Brian Peterson.
With the short week playing ASU on Friday, do you have to skip the day off, or how do you condense the week, and how do you rebound from this? Do you use the rivalry as the extra motivation?
Yeah, no doubt. And, we're back in here tomorrow. So the day off will be that Saturday after the game. So we're back in here tomorrow. We'll be on the field tomorrow, get this one, review it, make adjustments, and move on.
Final question for Coach will be from Michael Lev.
Yes, they obviously ran the ball pretty well against you guys. Most of it came in a handful of chunk plays. What did you see on those plays?
Well, before the half, they had gone to, putting an extra offensive lineman in and getting in some sets that were loaded, what we call some loaded sets, another old lineman in there to create another gap and help them. So, obviously we made some adjustments at halftime that gave us a chance, but we still let a couple get out the gate in the fourth quarter. So, those adjustments in the second quarter were good, and in the third quarter, and then, we got to see it, but let them get out a couple times there in the fourth quarter, which I got to look at it, but some unbalanced sets, some things like that they threw at us in the first half, and then came back to again in the fourth quarter.
Right. So the second time that you were inside the 5, I think it was when it was 4th and goal, it was at the 5-yard line. Did you consider kicking the field goal at that point, given that there were about 6 minutes or so left in the game?
Yeah, but it would still be a 2-score game, right? So yeah, we talked about it, but right there, what does the 3 do for you? And we had as good a chance as anything right there.
Sure. And then the last thing, the last thing, both Gary and Roy said that they both feel like the team is still together at this point, that they're not, down in the dumps about this, that they're still unified. Do you get that same sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're playing with effort. And we talked, at length this week about execution, and it was sporadic in execution. Effort has not been an issue. Execution has been. And, I think, everybody's in that locker room is down, but we're certainly together.
Sure. I'm sorry, one more real quick. Given the progress that Grant made over the course of the week, do you think he'll be able to make it back by next Friday?
I don't know yet, to be honest with you, Mike. Don't have an answer for that just yet.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.